Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I finally got my camera set up so I can finally use both of my hands. This is very cool. I'd like to give a shout out to my dad and my brother for helping me out. I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna work, but now it does. Alright, perfect. So we're still gonna do stuff with the minis. I know I've not posted in a while, but I posted a ton of shorts, so I'm pretty sure you guys check those out. But now I'm gonna do another video. And just gonna do more. I'm not gonna do a little story again. I'm just gonna show you the different types of dinosaurs that there is in, like, literally in this packet, like in the so like I'm gonna show you guys the all the dinosaurs. I'm gonna show you guys them. I'm gonna explain it like what they did, like a fun fact basically. Yeah, let's do it. All right, here they are. Here, there are here. They are. They're here. Sorry guys for stuttering. Um, yeah, like I said, I can use both hands now. And when Fallen Kingdom comes out, I am gonna make a story. But first, like I said in the past, I'm gonna show off all the three waves, and then I'm gonna show you a little story. Like I said, like I made a little video of a little story with all these dinosaurs. But I only choose a few of them since there's only 12 of them, 12 species. And I feel like when Fallen Kingdom comes out, I don't think I'm gonna necessary like it's not gonna be really necessary for me to like it ain't gonna be necessary just like to show re-show all these dinosaurs again. Except for the Pachycephalosaurus, like I know there's no like dinosaur besides in Legacy Collection. Like this is only shows up in Legacy Collection. It does not show up in anywhere else, guys. So yeah, I'll show you guys one by one, alright? So let's start. Alright guys, so the first one we have is the Ankylosaurus. So I liked I like the Ankylosaurus. Um it looks cool. Don't you guys agree? Like that armored shell. The armored shell, the peach, whatever, the brownish color. I think it's a very cool dinosaur. Um it lived in a I think it lived around the Cretaceous period. I think it lived around late. If I'm not wrong, I don't know. You guys can go search it up. I don't know exactly when. Um it's can use its tail because it's like a tank. So like it like it's a tank basically, but more prehistoric. um, but it used the tail to like destroy predators. Like example, like the Spinosaurus here, it may not live in the same time, but we're just gonna use an example. It could literally like pum its jaw. So like yeah, that's like a fact about it. Um, it was like I think it's mostly hanged up like around groups. I think if I'm not wrong, I think it's like with it up there you go. I think it's better than that, guys. Way better. Yeah, it's way better. I think it lived with groups, but other than that, that's it, I guess. If this animal was like a vehicle, like I said, it's like a tank. So, and it used all this on its back to protect itself. So, like, let's use, the raptors. So they're small. Really, they're not this big. They're very small. Hasbro made them big, but like in the movies, like the raptor isn't, as big. It's like the size of a turkey, really. Um, I think also many people say it had feathers, but I don't know. So basically, the raptors can go and like bite right here or like on the leg to knock it down. But if it jump right here and start biting it, the Indominus can move around and probably like move it, like push it off, and then when it gets back up, boom, there you go, knocks it out dead or like kills it or like knocks it out and just mind like walks away, right? So when the so yeah, that's about it. Let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, I couldn't get this raptor to stand up. I mean look, I used both of my hands and it still can't stand up. Like sort of but not really, if unless I hold this. So a thing about the raptor is in the movies they make them like the size like about a human size, I think. And that's not true. As we all know, raptors were short. Not to bust you guys' like childhood or something, but like it's the truth, man. I mean, literally, they're the size of a turkey. And then, oh, there you go. Now I finally stand up. Good job. I call this one Delta because it just seems like more Delta than Blue. Um, when I get the 15 pack, I was trying to like put like Delta, Blue, the rest. I have three other Raptors. One of them are like green, the other one's like yellowish brown. This one's kind of like grayish, whitish. I don't know. Yes, I think it used the way it is right now. Like the way it looks like it's going to attack someone. It's very similar to the toy that Hasbro released, but so many people say that they had feathers. They did run fast. Many people say they have feathers. I don't know if I should, believe that. You guys don't have to believe it. I think they had feathers. I don't know. Really, this thing is the size of a Deinonychus or like a Utahraptor or something like that. Like it's like a raptor but just taller. Like there's like certain animals like the Velociraptor that are like very big. The same thing goes for like the Atrociraptors and Raptor, which is like another for a video for like another time. This is like how can I say this? It's not really its size, it's more like a Deinonychus or like a Utahraptor, but yeah, let's move on to the next one, guys. Oh. Alright, you got the Stegosaurus. So its plates right here. I think we're very strong. So like if a predator say, you know what? Let's use Rexy. Rexy, I don't think they get enough screen time in this video. But let's just say it bites. Like it can kind of like damage it, I think. And like the Ankylosaurus, it can use its tail just like whoop. It didn't have protective armor besides its like plates. Other than that, predators out of nowhere can like bite it. Like the Velociraptor, they hunt in packs. I didn't mention this when I was doing the Velociraptor. But they do hunt in packs, and also, so you guys know, they have the brain like their brain's the size of a walnut. So, like almost every single dinosaur they show in the Jurassic movies, it's not really like they don't really like not really exactly how it looks like. All right, the Pteranodon and Dimorphodon. Let's do these two at the same time. All right. So the Pteranodon, so basically, the Pteranodon is it's way bigger than Dimorphodon. I don't know why they, but make it like I don't know why they made it like different, but it's cool though. The Dimorphodon, yes, I think they had feathers on like right here. You see right here, guys. So on the Pteranodon, it like had a long beak, kind of sharp point. The Dimorphodon had a tail. This one kind of like a tiny tail. The Dimorphodon had more like like more of a lizard shape than this one. I mean, basically like they're lizards and all, but or somewhat lizards, but the beak is different and the mouth is different. So there's a ton of things like there's different, like it's different. Yes, they're both flying reptiles, but it's a bit different. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm realizing I'm doing more of the herbivores than the carnivores, but carnivores are cool, so I say them for last. That's all my opinion. Sorry, guys. But this one's called the Triceratops, and like I say, guys, when Fallen Kingdom comes out, there's like a ton of dinosaurs here. There are like 12 different types of dinosaurs here, 3 different colors. I'm not going to. Oops. I am not going to Perfect. All right. I am not going to like if I see another Triceratops, which there is a Triceratops almost in every single toy or mini series they release. But this one I think is the rarest one because it stands like that. It stands kind of different, and it's like I think this is the only gray Triceratops like the movie, like Mattel made it, and they also had a green and brown one, and Fallen Kingdom, you do get a green and brown one. Just repeat until Camp Cretaceous the 10 pack. Kind of gives like a gray, whitish belly, grayish body and like green stripes. So kind of similar, but like I made a video between Hasbro and Mattel, tell you the difference. So yes, like I was saying, you're not gonna like when I see another dinosaur, an example T-Rex, shows up everywhere. I'm not really gonna mention it as much. I'm just gonna be like, you know what? You guys watch this video, if that's okay with y'all. So yeah. So the Triceratops, also three-horned face, uses its horns to battle against like animals. So like straight up, yes, it can rip off, but like that. They ate plants. They were kind of slow runners. Like T-Rex were like two, but like you know. So you know what? Let's do the Rex here next. Or actually, not even Rexy. Let's do this one. Many people say this is a Dilophosaurus. Many people say this is an Allosaurus. I believe it's an Allosaurus, but many people say it's a Dilophosaurus. What do you guys think? Comment. Tell me which one. So this guy right here, oh, it's shiny. Like it doesn't look shiny like from right here, but dang, it's shiny from the camera. Do you guys agree? So this guy, I don't know if it's a Dilophosaurus or an Allosaurus. So I'm just gonna give you guys both perfectly good examples of which one's which. If you guys go for Dilophosaurus, I'm gonna give you one for Dilophosaurus. You go for Allosaurus, I'm gonna give you facts about the Allosaurus. All right, I've used this. I know, like people say this is the Allosaurus. Some people say this is the Dilophosaurus, but I don't really see it. I see more of Allosaurus. Yes, you may say the Dilophosaurus. Kind of similar. It looks like that. Not really. It didn't have to be exactly from the movies, but So for Dilophosaurus, like I said, I'm doing one for Allosaurus and Dilophosaurus, and don't get mad at me. Um, just a bunch of dinosaurs. Many people just argue that this is a different dinosaur than the other. So let's get into it. So the Allosaurus, actually, I meant Dilophosaurus, never had those frills on the side of its head, whatever they're called, and they never shot venom. That's just something that the movies made up. Their crust was a bit lower, right? And they were way bigger, like in the novels, instead of very tiny. So even though they're tiny as babies, but they grow to this big, like in the movies. Really, the Dilophosaurus was like this big as young, I think, and it grew like this big. So comparing to Dennis Nedry, he ate him in the novel. I've never read the novel. Only I heard stuff about the novel about Dennis Nedry and the Dilophosaurus. But yeah, that's one fact. The other fact is for the Allosaurus people, if you think this is an Allosaurus, um, the Allosaurus, sorry, um, really, when I think about it, I don't really know as many like facts for the Dilophosaurus. The Allosaurus. All I know is that it lived the same time as the Stegosaurus, and you know what? The Stegosaurus and him were like very like they had beef with each other all the time. So mostly, and I think many people found a skeleton a long time ago with an Allosaurus and a Stegosaurus like right on top of each other. Just all involved from the Jurassic period. So yeah, they both lived in the Jurassic period. I think the Dilophosaurus as well. Um, this exact, I don't know. You guys can go ahead. I'm gonna call it Allosaurus for right now. Um, I think that this is cool from the camera. There's a red, green, and this yellowish kind of version. All right. So let's move on to another one. This is called the Pachycephalosaurus. This stands very great. Honestly, it looks like it's coming at you like you know. It stands perfectly. It stands better than the Velociraptor. The Velociraptor, you stand it up and it falls. Look, right here. Exactly. So, don't knock down the Pachy, dude. So the Pachycephalosaurus, it looks similar. It really did not. I think it lived around the Cretaceous period. Yes, it had all these like little spikes on its face, but right here it was like kind of like less stiff your neck, I think, and more of like of a bony like head, and it had like little. It looked like a sticky moloch, but it wasn't a sticky moloch. It was a. It was very tall. It looked similar to a sticky moloch, but it wasn't. Um, these ones, if you get Hasbro toys, like I said for the other ones, they come in 3 different colors. This one's the original one. I like to call it the original. You guys can call it peach, magenta, just like the original, or you can call it like there's a green one, there's a red one. The red ones don't really stand well. So let's move on to another one. So this is everybody's sorry guys. So this is everybody's favorite dinosaur, the Spinosaurus. So from Jurassic Park 3, as we know, the Spinosaurus at the time we thought it looked like that. Really, when Rebirth came out, it was different. So, I'll guys, one time, okay, so I made a video recently where it was about Spinosaurus. Well, not the second video I made was Hasbro versus Mattel. As you guys can tell, I put this one in it and the Mattel version. They look pretty similar. Except the Mattel version looked very similar to Jurassic Park 3's. This one it's not really, just Hasbro made it different. But the only thing these ones had in common was they both had the fin. They did not have anything different on the tail, and the snout was the same. Everything. About Rebirth came out, and the Spinosaurus was shorter, different. Looked cool. It had different. It was different. Everything was different on the back, on the tail. Yeah, that's all I can tell you guys. But many people miss the OG Spinosaurus. Now they're just like not really thinking about it. So I don't know, guys. Y'all, you guys tell me which one you prefer, the Rebirth Spinosaurus or Jurassic Park 3. I know people like Spinosaurus. Personally, I like the Velociraptors. So, alright. Alright, guys. I'm saving the last 2 for the best. The Indominus Rex is also cool. I saved the last 4: Spinosaurus, Indominus, Rexy, and the Mosasaurus, which I have not done yet. This is the Indominus Rex. Now, as we all know, it's a hybrid. It's not a real dinosaur. Alright? It ain't a real dinosaur. As we know, Velociraptor and T-Rex DNA. It has many other dinosaur DNA. I think they had their Dinosaurus DNA for like the claws or something. It had like Carnotaurus, or Allosaurus DNA. It had a bunch of DNA besides tree frog and a bunch of bunch of amphibians DNA. Man, that's the longest video I made. I like this one. When you cover it up, it looks like an actual Indominus. Yo, look at the head. Doesn't that look better though? Like it looks cool with the blue stripe, but it looks better without the blue stripe though. I would like the first time I did this, it actually looked cool. Like straight up now it looks like the actual Indominus, but that wouldn't look so cool with it. I think it would look cool, but now that I think about it, it doesn't look so cool. But the Indominus Rex is cool. This one came also with the green or brown. Yeah, that's all I can say. Alright. Next one. So the next one is Rexy, or the T-Rex from Jurassic World, or Rebirth, or Jurassic Park, whatever. Basically, Jurassic Park and Jurassic World's Rexys were the same, except Rexy was younger when Jurassic Park events happened. Now she's older. Yeah. So I like to call this one Rexy. This one actually, no joke, looks more like the toy, and it exactly looks like the Tyrannosaurus Rex from Jurassic World. Like, that like picture of like the Tyrannosaurus Rex like coming out of nowhere, like something like that. It was 2015. But the 2015, I don't know. I was just, if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I just showed a perfectly good example. I'll show it again. There you go. Something like that. Rexy like pops out of the corner or something. Same like that. When Von Kingdom came out, Rexy looked very like the same, but this one also looks like Rexy. So when you really think about it, Mattel and Hasbro probably came up with some good ideas. Like they probably like, oh, you know what? They look similar. All right. Fun fact: lived around the Cretaceous period. It had very tiny arms. Some people say it had feathers on its body, but I don't know that. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah. All right, last one, guys. Last one. This is called the Mosasaurus. All right. So this one took down the Indominus in Jurassic World. This amazing looking. Sorry guys for the background noise. It's my dog outside. Just ignore her. The Mosasaurus. It looks cool because this one reminds me a lot from Jurassic World movie. It's blue painted. There's also a green and yellow, but I prefer this one. Like, don't you guys think? Look at that shiny Mosasaurus. Sorry guys for the background noise. Just ignore it. Listen to my voice. Listen to the dinosaur. Look at the dinosaur. Um, so it lived around the Cretaceous period. It lived around the sea area. There's a ton of other predators. People say that the megalodon and it can battle, but you don't know that. Um, but yeah. Other than that, I think it's cool. Um, so yeah. Well, you guys, I just told you guys 12 different dinosaurs, their names, what they did, cool facts, where they lived, what period they lived in. Um, I think this video deserves a subscribe, a like, and a comment, and a notification. So, I don't know, sorry for the stuttering, guys. Sometimes I get confused with my words. Sometimes. So, I thought this video was gonna be a whole lot shorter. This is 21 minutes already. Holy moly, dude. 22 minutes already. Wow, okay. So, I'm just gonna end the video here. I hope you guys have a great night. Subscribe, like, get a notification, and comment, and bye-bye. See you guys later. To the next video. Bye-bye.